What is up, guys? Don't forget this is Lube, and this is my very first video on Yeousch Recruits. So what is up, guys? I do hope you enjoy the video. And the gameplay in the background is some Call of Duty Black Ops, and I thought it would fit because I kind of want to talk about the hypothetical story of Black Ops 2. I know you guys might not be the biggest Call of Duty fans right now, and neither am I. But Black Ops 2 as an interesting storyline. I think it's a good direction for the series. I think it's definitely needed that kind of change. But the storyline is kind of what I talk about. I'm not really going to talk about like the gameplay or whatever. So basically the storyline has China in control of these rare earth elements or something like that is used in all our technology. And I'm not 100% positive if that is like stuff that is used today. I mean, I'm sure it is, because that would make the storyline more believable and realistic. But I just want to make a quick comparison to oil right now. Because right now we have a heavy reliance on oil, I would assume. But I'm positive that the U.S. knows if everyone cut them off from oil right now, that they would have enough oil stockpiled and can get enough from Alaska or wherever you get oil from, that they would be set for quite some time, maybe even years, if we were cut off from oil for however long. And I think that's kind of the same instance that we have with the rare earth elements. Like, even if China rose the price extremely on rare earth elements, and we only had the 5% of the rare earth elements that we needed to make this high technology, I mean, sure, we can make cutbacks. The government could, you know, just police this system and how much things are being like sold with the rare earth elements, and then like people, we can see how far down the line, like we can project growth. Like, okay, the past 3 years, the need for rare earth elements has increased by 15%. So in 10 years, if we get cut off from rare earth elements, how much are we gonna have? So that's something you can predict, and if that's a problem, then that's something that you start seeing now. Like, an example would be global warming. Like, global warming is not a problem now. Like, I know in my area, like, there's being record winter, like record cold, just like last year, record freezing temperatures. And so really, I don't, it's like foreseeable problems, but like we're so far ahead, we can see these things early. Like natural disasters are different, but because those are just sudden events, it's like basically impossible. But something like physical like materials, you can basically plan ahead and you can see and how far. So basically, China having control of most of them, yeah, okay, but there's still got to be enough where U.S. would make this would be a problem. This would be a talked about issue. This would be something that Mitt Romney and Obama would be like clashing about, or whatever they do. So the other thing with the advanced technology in 10 years. So basically, Treyarch is saying 10 years there's going to be unmanned drones, unmanned tanks, unmanned weaponry, machinery that will do most of the fighting for us, which sounds fantastic, unless, you know, they steal the keys and like they turn back on us and then they start destroying our own cities. Well, I mean, that's something like, you know, the president carries around a suitcase and you can hit a button and just blow anything up. Yeah, there has to be something like that where you have to safeguard from that. And really, hacking, like, there are tons of people that I think would protect against that, and I really don't think that would be the issue there, having our own machines turn against us, kind of like in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. No, I'm not sure that was Revenge of the Sith, but like it was like Order 66 or something, or like Order 69, and then all the stormtroopers just started attacking, and that's how basically you got the clone army. Like that just doesn't happen. So like there's a theorem called Moore's Law, and that states that every 2 years technology doubles. So in 10 years we'll have 5 times the technology. So if you look back 10 years, what do we have? We basically were getting the very first Game Boy SP, I'm pretty sure. So that was the very first like chargeable device that I know, because that's what I was playing with back then, you know. Everything else either had a wall outlet or ran on batteries. So I mean, this was that was just the very first charge device. Now, like, basically there's not a single phone that runs on batteries. So, like, just look at the iPhone. Would you not say the iPhone is 5 times better than the Game Boy SP? I think it is. And so, we already have drones now that basically do this. And then if you look at the quadrotor that we already have, like the prototype of from that FPS Russia video, you just take that 5 times. And like, do you not think that realistic assault drones and the claw tanks are a possibility? Because really, I think they are. And some other changes that I could possibly see in 10 years would, I mean, this is very unlikely, but I think it's something that would save U.S. and all the nations a ton of money. Is if everyone is getting credit cards, so basically you could just get rid of paper money entirely, and that would just save all the printing, and everything could be run digitally, which would, I don't know if that would cause problems with inflation or whatever, but it's something to think about. And really, Google glasses are really, like, those are already being produced, and I really don't think they would be that useful, just glasses that you see and shows the screen. Like, how would you, like, flip around, like, screens and stuff and, like, whatever you wanting to? Like, I think people were just getting too, like, thinking too much. Like, these are not things you need. They're just novelty items that are just like, okay, I don't really have the biggest use for this. But my phone has everything I want. It's easy. I can just pull it out and look at it. I don't have to put on these glasses. Maybe if they were contacts, but then they would need a really good way for you to be able to, like, turn them on and off, or because I don't want, like, the map in front of my face all the time. That would have to be implemented extremely well, which I'm sure is possible. But I mean, sometimes you just, like, you don't need it. Like, it's stupid unless it works extremely well, which I'm assuming it would. And basically, we're just finding more ways for Americans to become more lazy, which is kind of exactly what we need. So I can see the need for it. And I just have a question for you guys. Where do you think you'll be in 10 years? Because I'll be coming out of college in around 10 years. I'll be 26. So, you know, hopefully I'll have a job and stuff. And I can see myself still doing this YouTube thing. I mean, I'm not going to be so foolish as to think as I'll have a partnership or I'll be doing this full time, but I think this would be something like, if YouTube is still around, like, do you even think YouTube will still be around? Because, I mean, everyone could have ad blocker and then there'd be no more YouTube money. And I don't really know. Like, so in the comments, leave below where you guys think you'll be in 10 years.